Everybody and calm down. Oh, today you don't want to miss this broadcast. Joining us live will be Mike from around the world. That's right, Mike from around the world will be joining us. We've got to talk about North Korea. We've got to get some information. How serious is this? What is Russia doing? What is China doing? Where are all the battleships? Where are all the troops going? How come Russia's building up thousands of troops along the North Korean border? How come China's doing it? How come Russia's still building 100,000 troops along the borders with the NATO countries like Poland and Estonia and Latvia and Lithuania? I mean, why? And also, what is the United States doing to protect Guam? Does our THAAD missile system, is it in place to protect not only South Korea, but Japan, Guam, Hawaii? Is Kim Jong-un this dangerous? So we got to get Mike from around the world. Also, the water's turning blood red. We're going to show you actual footage of the river running blood red in Indonesia. A sign, a biblical sign. No question, a sign from the Bible of the end times. And we're going to discuss Yellowstone, that super volcano. Mike around the world, is Planet X causing all of this? Is Planet X, is Nibiru? Mike, the 5 waves of energy, is that what's making all this lava become so volatile and rising to the surface? Is Yellowstone super volcano, is this thing going to blow? We're going to ask Mike from around the world all these questions, plus a whole lot more. This will be a broadcast for the ages. Very important that you get your hands on this information and share it with your family and friends. Don't miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. That's 12 noon Eastern on all of my channels. New live stream, Roku satellite, paulbegleyprophecy.com, Blog Talk Radio, live, YouTube live, Periscope, everywhere. Live, 12 noon Eastern. And if you say, oh, Paul, I'm on the road, I can't watch it, I'm driving, then use your cell phone or iPhone. And you can get a Paul Begley Prophecy app for free and download it on your phones. It's at the Google Plus store or it's at the Apple store. And if none of those things work for you, just dial this number, 347-324-5208. That's 347-324-5208. Listen to the broadcast live on your phone. Don't miss it. Get it, and if this doesn't work, get some coffee and calm down. If that don't work, get the tea.com. That's right. Just go to getthetea.com and tell Ronnie you need some tea to deal with this. What? Are you serious? If that don't work, pray. Oh wait. Pray first. All right. I mean, seriously, in all seriousness, it is a very serious situation. Very. We've never been here before. All right? Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'll see you guys at 12 noon Eastern. The Lord's coming soon.
what 8 inches of rain in 24 hours looks like. That is what New Zealand's weather service reported, 8 inches of rain in 24 hours. So keep in mind, that's about 3 times more rain than they usually see in the entire month of July. So as we've been showing you, again, this is in New Zealand, in Christchurch, the river came up and out and burst its banks. They have dealt with significant flooding. These folks not trapped by the floodwaters, fortunately, but there certainly have been plenty that have dealt with that. Lots of water rescues. The rain also ended up causing landslides, where we essentially saw some of the hills just let go.
This is the first in more than 4 decades to have 8 tropical cyclones on the radar at once, and it happened Saturday. Last time we saw this, 1974. Now, here's a look at the first batch. We have Fernanda, Greg, Tenny, and 9E. This was on Saturday. Since then, Tenny and 9E have been named. We also had in the Pacific Sanka, Roke, Noru, and Kulap. We had a slow Pacific tropical season. All of a sudden, though, it has exploded. It's not unheard of, but it certainly is impressive. Now, today, here's what we're looking at. Sanka, which is going to affect Vietnam. So we are going to likely see this make landfall tomorrow. Roke, by the way, that is bringing some very heavy rain, and you can still see all that activity that we're dealing with. And there's a look at what remains: Greg, Irwin, and Hillary.
China's weather authority has issued a blue alert along the nation's southern coast as Typhoon number 7 lands in the northeastern part of Hong Kong. Typhoon number 8 is expected to land in Hainan province along Sanya and Lingshui between Monday night and Tuesday morning. But there is also a possibility of it also breezing past the south of Hainan Island before heading to northern Vietnam. Local officials have warned people to take precautions against the extreme weather.
Typhoon Sanka is expected to make landfall on the northern coast of Vietnam on Tuesday evening, with its strength weakening rapidly after landing. And the southern part of China's Hainan province was hit by heavy rainfall Tuesday morning. According to the local Marine Fisheries Department, more than 24,000 fishing boats have returned to port. The Hainan High-Speed Railway has stopped operating as well, and the Sanya city has reserved more than 10,000 tons of vegetables to keep prices stable.
We begin in northeast China's Jilin province, where a magnitude 4.9 earthquake has been felt. The quake measured at a depth of 12 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface and had an epicenter 14 kilometers from the city of Songyuan. Both the nearby cities of Changchun and Harbin felt the earthquake's tremors. In response, 15 trains have been stopped due to safety concerns. So far, no casualties have been reported. Areas within a radius of 200 kilometers of the epicenter have experienced 36 earthquakes in the past 5 years.
Rushing water, stranded cars, high-stakes rescues, and flooding that might be felt for weeks. We certainly hope you stayed safe in one of the wildest days of the monsoon so far this year. Two of the hardest hit areas, Queen Creek and Apache Junction. So much rushing water, we've seen sinkholes and property floating away. ABC 15's Jason Valentine is live near Goldfield Road in Lost Dutchman with video you're about to see for the first time. And Jason, this storm wasn't one to take lightly.
Steve, it's going to be a while before the cleanup is done out here. See that shed right over there? That's not where that belongs. Follow me across the road. This is a road. It's pretty dark, so you probably can't tell. But look up there where that light is. The shed came from the other side of that house. And in some cases, this powerful water washing right through people's homes.
Just notice, there are my tires. Water washed everything away over here.
Disappearing tires are hardly the worst of it.
I was taking pictures and videotaping, and I went to another window to get another angle, and my shed was gone. I mean, it was there one minute and it was gone the next.
This woman's shed floated off her property and crossed a road in Apache Junction. Cell phone video shows the raging water wreaked havoc all the way along the washes. Another home was right in the middle of the impromptu river. Doors open, drying out now.
Like the neighbor right here that lives right in front of us, he was watching it from his balcony, and he said the whole back of his house was full of water.
A half hour south in Queen Creek, a couple people trying to get a slice of pizza ended up scrambling away from a pair of parking lot sinkholes. The Oregano's manager told us one person risked driving out as their car was sinking. Another person accidentally drove right into the other hole. Back out in AJ, neighbors banding together, trying to help each other rebuild from the storm.
Get her water for the horses because she has none. And her swimming pool is full of mud. So we worry about her. We're just trying to be good neighbors, help her out.
It's one of the world's most famous volcanoes, but for those living under its shadow, it's also one of the most feared. After being inactive for 60 years, for the last decade, Popocatépetl has been a ticking time bomb, threatening to displace 26 million people.
Popocatépetl means smoking mountain in the Aztec language and is Mexico's most active volcano. It has erupted at least 15 times since records began in the 16th century, and after a very active month in June, people living nearby fear it is about to do so again.
The indigenous village of Xalicintla sits just 10 kilometers from El Popo's smoking crater. People there have already begun making way for its daily rain of ash, and they now face the threat of permanent evacuation.
I remember when the volcano first became active again. We could see the lava moving towards our village in the darkness. It was terrifying.
The volcano is known to locals as Don Goyo. It means Old Gregory and takes its name from a legend that the volcano's spirit appeared to elders. And that spirit rekindled in the month of June, letting off 100 plumes of ash. But Carlos Miguel Valdez of Mexico's Natural Disaster Prevention Center has another explanation.
We can see when there is movement of lava migrating to the crater. There is a period where the lava is outside, the lava starts solidifying, and the lava dome forms a very good cap that eventually will be destroyed. Imagine if you take the champagne bottle and you shake it, and then you release the pressure within. You are not changing anything inside, only this gas starts just increasing its volume, and then the cork is going to fly quite far. That is the same as we see in the Popo.
Geologists are in constant contact with the security forces and have an evacuation plan ready to implement at a moment's notice.
We can tell a major eruption is going to happen as much as 5 days beforehand, and the evacuation operation will involve moving over 300,000 people. Entire motorways will be turned into escape routes. Countrywide flights will be cancelled, and the military will be called in.
But the threat of Popocatépetl has been present for generations, and many people say they would think twice about leaving.
We have nowhere to go, and I could never leave my animals behind. People have lived here for thousands of years and survived many eruptions. I will probably do the same.
For some people living nearby, the daily rain of volcanic ash is a blessing. It's a sign that for the moment, Don Goyo is letting off steam rather than preparing to spill over.
An underwater robot has found lava-like rocks inside Japan's stricken Fukushima reactor, which are believed to be melted nuclear fuel. The Tokyo Electric Power Company said the robot found many solidified lumps underneath the core of Fukushima's No. 3 reactor during a 3-day inspection. The company says it plans to further analyse the images captured by the robot. Locating the fuel debris is a key part of the decommissioning process, which is expected to take decades. The Japanese government says it's likely to cost just under $200 billion.
The Family Research Council estimates those surgeries and hormones could cost up to $3.7 billion in the next 10 years. Some lawmakers tried this month to get that money tossed out of the defense spending measure, but 23 Republicans joined House Democrats to defeat the move. Former Army Special Forces Commander Jerry Boykin has some words for those GOP lawmakers.
If we're going to take money in this year's defense budget that will be set aside to perform surgery for transgender people that we recruited into the military, you got your priorities wrong. So I'd say to these Republicans, find some courage.
That money for sex reassignment surgery and hormones could pay for 22 F-35 jets, or 116 combat helicopters, or 3,700 Tomahawk missiles.
America's military has been at war for 16 years. Now the military is broken. We've left equipment behind because it's been worn out after 16 years. We have a lot of needs. We've suffered through sequestration. We've suffered through program budget cuts. Now you're telling me that we are going to squander more money?
Because of these tax dollars going for sex change surgeries in the military, FRC is asking lawmakers to oppose the Make America Secure Appropriations Act. Paul Strand, CBN News, Washington.
There have been chaotic scenes near the holy site of Temple Mount in Jerusalem as Israeli police moved in to disperse hundreds of protesting Palestinians with tear gas, stun grenades, and water cannon. That green mic you saw there belonged to RT Arabic's correspondent. Dalia Namari was caught up in the violence. Here's how she described what happened to her and her crew.
A police officer hit me in the back. He punched me first, and then they kept on pushing us. And after that, when I was trying to cover from the street, another police officer came to me, and he also pushed me to the side of the street.
In a separate incident, 2 Palestinians have reportedly been killed in clashes with Israeli forces in the West Bank. Saturday's violence is the latest in a week of protests against the installation of security cameras and metal detectors at the revered Al-Aqsa Mosque. Security was stepped up after 2 Israeli policemen were killed in a terrorist attack carried out by Palestinians. Since then, worshippers have been refusing to go through the metal detectors, instead praying